Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans. Tonight, it's the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is Roger Muth. We're back behind the microphone here tonight to bring you more great racing action here on the iRacing.com platform. Tonight, it is the Enhanced Construction 150 here for the SimBox Cup Series presented by Salt Flat Racing. Tonight, the Texas Motor Speedway. They always say everything is bigger in Texas. Well, it's a 1.5-mile track to start this portion of the season off. The last time we were here at, well, a 1.5-mile track, it's been a while. Last time we were even on track, it was back in December before the Christmas and New Year holiday. That's when Cody Sleeper went to victory lane at the mile that they call the Dover International Speedway with Miles the Monster. He is one of 5 drivers that have so far took a win in the SimBox Cup Series. Randy the Big Man Unit Johnson, he is another one of those winners. Michael Sturgill, who raced for $10,000 back in December, he was a winner here in Salt Flat Racing, along with Hunter Reynolds and Brandon Massey. All those drivers have found themselves in victory lane. And now when it's 2020, which one of these drivers will be the first one to go back to victory lane? Will we have a repeat winner like Hunter Reynolds, who's out there qualifying the Squidward entry on a very blistering pace already? Or will it be one of these other drivers? 30 drivers, I believe it was my count here in practice. I didn't quite take the shoes off to count that, but I believe it was 30 drivers in practice here that are getting ready to take on this 1.5-mile track. This track was built back in the 90s. To be exact, it was 1996 when they actually opened the gates, but 1995 was when they started construction here at Texas. It's one of those tracks that it's going to throw people for a loop because it's the repave, it's the new construction. These corners, they say, are not the same. Turns 1 and 2, a lot of racing room out there. You can shove it 3, 4, possibly 5 if we really need to. I wouldn't advise going 5 wide out there, but it is possible we could get it done here tonight. Right now, though, these drivers are in qualifying, but before we talk about the qualifying order, as 16 of the strongest competition drivers on iRacing.com have already turned in a qualifying lap, let's talk about what we are looking at in the top 5 in our championship standings. We talked about 5 drivers that were able to win earlier in the season. Well, not all 5 of those drivers have a win. Looks like Hunter Reynolds holds the points championship lead coming in here to the 2021 portion of the schedule. He has a 20-point lead over Cody Levitt. Cody Levitt does not have a win this season. He's looking forward already to next week when we do head to the road course at Daytona. Right now, Cody Levitt has a 4-point lead over the youngster of JT Poole. Then it's Cole Day, another 5 points back, sitting in 4th. He doesn't have a win this season. Tonight could be the night that Cole Day takes it to victory lane. Michael Sturgill is sitting 5th in the championship hunt. That's 39 points out of the championship lead.
Simulated racing.
Take a look here if we can get the right buttons to function here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway. Qualifying is underway, and we talked about those youngsters and the Wiley veterans. Well, Hunter Reynolds is at the top of our leaderboard. We'll take it down here for you. Take a look. Who is your quick time here tonight? So far, Hunter Reynolds here in qualifying has Cole Day and Roy Fernandez and Jordan Smith. And Jamie Leach, your top 5 currently. Take a quick look here also while we have time before we get ready to go racing here tonight. Check out the race info here at Texas. It is the 1.46. We rounded up to a 1.5 mile speedway. 87 degrees temperature. That's the air temperature here tonight in Fort Worth, Texas. But it is actually currently 105 degrees on the track right now. So these cars will be slipping and sliding at the start of this race. They do have the 550 horsepower package. They do have a 13-mile-an-hour wind at their back down the back straightaway. So that'll make things interesting here tonight. That is a look at our Texas Motor Speedway. But it is just about time to go racing here. Under 1 minute left in our qualifying session. There you see your 5 winners so far this season. Brandon Massey at Daytona, Michael Sturgill at Las Vegas, the big unit won at Atlanta, the sister track here to Texas. Hunter Reynolds won that wild one back at Homestead, and Cody Sleeper played the strategy perfect for his first ever career salt flat win at Dover. Looks like 21 drivers have turned in a qualifying attempt. Throw that back on the left-hand side. Find where your favorite driver is running. And race fans, before qualifying ends here, we got to welcome you all back on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's been a couple weeks since we have seen a lot of our fans out there, and we are glad to have you back to watch some more exciting racing action here by the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing. You need a button box on your iRacing rig or your Forza rig or your Gran Turismo rig? Head on over to Facebook.com, type in SimBox PC, and get yourself a SimBox custom built for your rig and your needs. Hit up Doug Neal today and tell him you saw it right here. But it looks like everybody is getting ready to go racing here tonight. As you see all the drivers down on the grid, let's take you through your starting lineup tonight. Starting lineup brought to us by SimBox. Starting on the front row, it's the Fuel Sim Racing's the Squidward entry of Hunter Reynolds. Starting to his outside, driving for the deeper, darker blue, it's the 99 of Cole Day. The SimBox Motorsports, number 6, it's the Progression Series champion of Roy Fernandez. Starting 4th tonight, another one of those deeper, darker new drivers. This one drives the number 24. It is Jordan Smith. Starting on the third row, it's the third entry out of the Deeper Darker Do stables. It's the number 13 of Jamie Leach. Starting sixth, it's the youngster, the Marlin Motorsports, number 21 of JT Poole. Starting seventh on the grid, SimBox Motorsports out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Driving the number 71 SimBox entry, it is Nathan Maurer. Driving the Full Throttle Motorsports, number 90 out of Ohio, it is Michael Sturgill, starting eighth tonight. Starting ninth, driving the PRJ Esports, number 15 of Peyton Johnson. Starting 10th on the grid and rounding out the top 10, it's the driver out of Ohio. It is the driver of the 88 of Tim Combs. Starting 11th on the grid, he hails out of New York. They call him the Unit. It is the No Doubt Racing number 12, the Big Unit, Randy Johnson. Starting in the 13th position here tonight, hailing out of Texas, the No Doubt Racing number 56 of Steve Pugh. Starting 13th on the grid, it's the Digital Mafia, Martha White's number 85 out of Tennessee. It is Zach Howell. Driver out of Spring, Texas, the Raven Graphics Esports driver, the number 7 of Doyle Lowrance. To Extreme Motorsports, number 76, it is going to be the driver, Cliff Mullins out of Virginia, starting 15th tonight. The driver out of Lansing, Michigan, driving the SimBox 01 entry. It is Cody Sleeper, the last winner that we've had here on Tuesday night. He starts 16th. Starting in the 17th position, hailing out of Tennessee, the No Doubt Racing Griffith Stone Rowdy Energy number 98, it is racing Jason Griffith Dobbs. Starting in the 18th position, hailing out of Tamaqua, Pennsylvania, driving for the Keystone Motorsports stable, it's the number 31, that is Donald Bennett. Starting in the 19th position here tonight, rolling off out of Canada, it's the BP Motorsports Liquid Molly K1 Graphics number 83 of Brandon Meany. Starting in the 20th position, rounding out the top 20, it's the Almost Coast number 26 of Daryl Lauder. Starting in the 21st position, driving the number 75 Atkins Motorsports entry, it is Quincy Atkins. It's the SimBox, it's the owner-operator, the number 77 SimBox Motorsports SimBox Racing entry of Doug Neal, starting 22nd. 23rd on the grid here tonight, we'll go with the driver for the Need for Speed Draft Top entry, the number 22 of Joshua Buckley. Starting 24th, the Deeper Darker Do entry out of Las Vegas, Nevada, driving the number 38, it is Cody Lennox. Pat Mahian, the number 46, will roll off in the 25th position. Josiah Millen out of the Keystone Motorsports stable out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, will start in the 26th position. 27th will go to the Raise Energy drink number 04. It is Danny Mountain. It's the Big Red Racer. It is Jared Hagedorn will roll off 28th, and race control is 29th. That is Stephen Vernon. We are ready to go racing here in the 2021 portion of the schedule. We will come into the Thomas E. Step Foundation restart zone, and we will go racing for the first time here in the Enhanced Construction 150 at Texas. The green flag is officially out. We are racing in 2021. Good start by everybody as you see the fan out into that brand new turn 1 and 2 here at Texas. Whole day when they swing from the outside groove to the inside groove. Looks like leading lap number 1 will be Hunter Reynolds in the Fuel Sim race team Squidward entry. I believe that is Squidward on his car dabbing. That is an interesting paint scheme that we have yet to see this season. Currently, Jordan Smith is trying to work his way back around Cole Day, as Cole Day had taken the nose off on lap number 1. That's JT Poole right there. JT Poole currently battling with Michael Sturgill. Sturgill will take his Chevrolet down to the inside, and he'll work the inside of the speedway here on lap number 3. So it will be your top, call it 6 drivers that have single filed out. Nate Maurer is back here in the number 71 entry, battling, holding off these 2 strong competitors. That's Peyton Johnson and Jamie Leach. Currently, Nate Maurer has the position. Look at that 88, though. It's the Budweiser entry here tonight of Tim Combs, driver out of Ohio. But look at the battle that's going on up ahead of this. Jordan Smith holding off Michael Sturgill, blocking him all the way down to the bottom of the raceway. Got to kill the momentum for the number 90 of Michael Sturgill. So everybody is actually single filed out here. They know it's the beginning of the brand new calendar year, and they're trying to log the laps. Donald Bennett back here. I believe that was actually the number 7 that flashed by our cameras. He was side by side. It's the Racing Jobs entry, the driver out of Spring, Texas, or Doyle Lowrance. Martha White currently to the outside, the Solid Rock entry there of Cliff Mullins. So Martha White making her way downtown to possibly try and bake some cookies. Big unit of Randy Johnson out in front of him. Sturgill once again working the inside of the speedway. He'll get around Jordan Smith. Now he'll look to get around the 99 of Cole Day down in 3 and 4. Sturgill will now pick up officially the 3rd position on our timing and scoring as they come across the line there. Michael Sturgill goes P number 3. As he goes P3, just taking a quick look at our timing and scoring sheets to see who has been the highest mover of the race so far, and it has been Michael Sturgill, bumping himself up 5 spots since the drop of the green flag. But these two drivers, you cannot separate them. On board here with Hunter Reynolds, looking back. There you see Roy Fernandez taking a peek to the outside. He'll lift a little bit sooner into the corner to see if he can get his SimBox entry to rotate the corner. Not going to have a run coming off of turn number 2, but Michael Sturgill sure has a run, and he is coming. This time by, we will complete the 8th lap of competition in the Enhanced Construction 150 here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Peyton Johnson losing a spot here to Tim Combs inside the top 10. Some good battles, though, that were brewing back here behind this group. Jared Hagedorn actually was trying to get around his friend of Danny Valenzuela, and Danny kind of threw a little bit of a raised energy drink out the window. So Danny will hold on to the position. Two drivers right here. That's the number 7 of Lowrance, and then there's Racing Jason, one of the fan favorites here in the Salt Flat divisions. A beautiful looking car. He has Nashville Strong on the side of it. Dobbs has taken a liking to one of them up into the outside wall. One of them into the outside wall, stepping on himself. That is the number 7 of Lowrance. Did he lose a tire on the RacingJobs.com entry? Doyle has some heavy, severe right front damage on that brightly colored orange machine out of the Raven Graphics Esports stable. So now the question being is how much damage is actually done to that number 7, and will it still be competitive? We talk about week in and week out with the Cup cars, about how aerodynamically sensitive they are. Now, it looks like Doyle is able to hold on to the outside groove for the time being, but how long will he be able to? Looks like Cody Levitt has come to pit road as they're still side by side. Look at the different grooves down in 1 and 2. Neal was down on the bottom. Lowrance ran the middle, and that's Brandon Feeney, the Beefy Motorsport, Liquid Molly K1 Graphics entry. Brandon Feeney ran the outside of the speedway. And who's peeking in the back door? Well, that's Quincy Atkins. Atkins trying to come up into this little battle they have going on here. And they're bringing along Joshua Buckley. And Josiah Millens right there, too. So Doug Neal holds the position. For the time being, Doyle Lowrance is still dropping through the field. It looks like one car has retired from the field here in the early stages of this one. Cody Levitt has packed up the deeper, darker new entry, number 38. He'll head to the hauler here. So with Lowrance backing up through the field, here comes Quincy Atkins. He'll take the move down to the bottom of the speedway. This battle is back here for the 18th, 19th, 20th position all back. Everybody else has pretty much settled down towards the front of the field. It is still Reynolds, Fernandez, and Sturgill, your top 3, with Day and Smith running 4th and 5th. A little bobble there by the 75 of Atkins. That's going to push him up the speedway. He'll block the advance from the 7 of Lowrance, and here comes Feeney now to the bottom of the track. Feeney going to hug that grass there a little bit sideways. They're going to all enter in different portions of turn number 1. They have caught the number 77 of Doug Neal. Now here comes Quincy Atkins, and it looks like there is right front damage done to the Midnight Performance, number 75 of Atkins. Quincy Atkins should be able to make this pass, and he's bringing along the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Jordan Henn Racing Keystone Motorsports deck of batteries entry of Josiah Millen. He has not touched asphalt racing in about, well, call it 3 weeks since the last time Salt Flat has had competition on the speedway. He has been running the big blocks and the small block, the 358s here on iRacing. He'll take it to the inside of the late model driver of Quincy Atkins, and now Millen will try and set sail. Back to the front, though. There it is, Hunter Reynolds. Running away from Roy Fernandez right now. Got almost 3/4 of a second over this driver right here, and then it's about a half second back. You find Michael Sturgill. About 4 car lengths back till you find the 99 of Cole Day, and then Jordan Smith's hanging out back here also. Those are your top 5 drivers. Nate Maurer has worked his way inside the top 5, getting around Peyton Johnson. Johnson runs currently 7th, then it's Tim Combs right there behind him, and then Randy Johnson is 9th. Zach Howell moves in to the 10th position. He just got around JT Poole, but JT Poole is also right there trying to break back inside the top 5, or top 10, excuse me. He's down 5 positions from where he started. Still green flag racing this time by. We will complete lap number 18, working lap number 19 on the speedway for that man. Reynolds out front and ticking. Quincy Atkins going in the wrong direction now. Brandon Feeney just got around him, and here comes the driver out of Florida. It's Darrell Clauter. Darrell's been quiet the last couple of weeks. We haven't seen much of him on iRacing. He's been celebrating with the family over the holiday break. But now when it's time to strap back into the old sim rig, Darrell's got the belts pulled tight. Lowrance has fallen now back to the 24th position. He's got Danny Valenzuela all over the back end of him in the Raise Energy Drink Voodoo machine. See if he's able to hold on to that. Doug Neal has fallen back here in a battle with Josh Buckley. This is 22nd and 23rd on the speedway. 2 Bromley designed paints on both these machines. Beautiful looking draft top entry number 22 there for Josh Buckley. Looks like he will pick up that 26th position. 22nd position matches the car number. 26 ahead of him of Darrell Clauter. One time we'll be able to read the timing and scoring sheets right. Just running some numbers here in my head. Should be, as there's a battle back here, I believe it was. There's the 24 of Smith getting around Day. Should be about 3 to 5 laps before we start to see pit stops here tonight. Should be about a 3 to 3.5 stop race. I say half, and when I say half, I mean splash and goes. You probably won't see any tires on one of these stops. Brandon Feeney is the first one to come to pit road. He'll bring the Liquid Molly K1 graphics entry down. He pits from just outside the top 10. Hunter Reynolds still setting sail. Almost a 2-second gap over Roy Fernandez. So we know what Hunter Reynolds has been doing in the off break. He's been watching SpongeBob SquarePants, painting this new car, and running laps here at Texas. It was just a couple seasons ago that Hunter Reynolds actually finished second here at the Texas Motor Speedway in the IROC divisions here for Salt Flat Racing. Now he's trying to park it in victory lane here tonight in the SimBox Cup Series. There you do see Brandon Feeney coming back out onto the speedway. His pit stop is complete. That will put him 1 lap down currently to the race leader, 2 if Reynolds is able to actually run him down. More green flag pit stops are underway. It looks like Michael Sturgill's coming down pit road here with Maurer, Johnson, Combs, Griffith, and Pugh also now making their way to pit road. Hunter Reynolds this time. I see him coming to pit road. So Reynolds will come down. He's going to bring Jordan Smith along with him. Peyton Johnson will get the 15 load up. Here comes Zach Howell, JT Poole. Pit road is getting busy a little bit. Couple laps sooner than what we thought it was gonna, but everybody needs 4 fresh tires. So Roy Fernandez will actually take over the race lead here. He will get a lap lead, a bonus point for himself. And then I expect to see the driver of the number 6 come straight to pit road. He'll stay out that time. Cole Day is going to stay in tow around the speedway. About 2.2 seconds between your top 2 drivers right now. Looks like currently 12 drivers have yet to come to pit road. Cody Sleeper, last time out for Cody Sleeper, he was able to find victory lane. He stays out here also. Doug Neal brings his white number 77 to pit road. Now we just have to wait to see where everybody cycles back out through. Here comes Cole Day. He'll come to pit road. Will anybody else come with him? The Solid Rock Carriers machine does not. Of Cliff Mullins, he stays out. Cody Sleeper stays out. Millen stays out. Trying to stretch the fuel here as far as they can go. 40 of Millen will slide high. That's the 77 of Nathan Maurer, who has been to pit road. This time, now here comes Roy Fernandez. He will come down. Does Mullins follow in suit? He does not. He'll take over the race lead on lap 29. 29 complete here out of the 100 scheduled in the Enhanced Construction 150. Currently under the first round of the green flag pit cycle. Being told JT Poole had a pit road problem. Too fast entering for the driver out of Mississippi. Also, problems on Donald Bennett and Doug Neal's pit stops. And Jared Hagedorn also. Here comes the 76 of Mullins to pit road. Looks like he should be able to get to pit road. Millen's going to follow in suit also. Quincy Atkins says, not today, my friends. Not today, not yet. He stays out. Still waiting on 3 drivers. Quincy Atkins, Danny Valenzuela, and Pat Mejia to come to pit road. That's 98 out the gate of Racing Jason. The 615 strong, Nashville strong entry. This time, Quincy Atkins will come to pit road. Valenzuela will follow. Pat Mejia will keep on trucking. He'll be the last driver to come to pit road. Everybody else has at least been to pit road 1 time, according to my timing sheet here tonight. And when it all cycles back through, it should cycle to these 2 drivers. Reynolds and Sturgill. Sturgill came into pit road running 3rd, and now he's all over the back end of Hunter Reynolds. So we'll walk you through your top 10 here in just a couple of seconds of where they are running after pit stops. Pat Mejia finally comes to pit road. So he relinquishes the lead back to Hunter Reynolds. Reynolds has led all but 7 laps here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway. Michael Sturgill is right there, the driver out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Got the number 90 tuned up here tonight. It was we're calling a mid-season manufacturer switch from the Ford to the Chevrolet here for Michael Sturgill. He is running currently up 6 positions all over the back deck lid of Hunter Reynolds. No changes, no complaints for the driver of the number 90. 24 of Jordan Smith, the driver out of Texas, though. The young man moved up a position, fell back to running as far down as 6th on the timing and scoring sheets while he was out on the speedway. Fell a little bit farther down when it was pit cycle time, but he is running 3rd. No complaints out of the Smith group. Cold day, a little bit tight, I'm being told. The car's a little tight here in the early stages of the run. Other than that, Bass Pro Shop's got a fast hot rod here tonight. Nathan Maurer says, hand me some more beef jerky, my friend, and that's all I need. Nate Maurer currently running P number 5. He's moved up from the 7th starting position. Another one of those big movers so far here tonight. The driver out of New York, it's the big brown truck. I'm just kidding, it's the big unit. Oh, I'm just kidding, it's Randy Johnson. Johnson out here having a fast hot rod like always, seeing if he can be one of those first drivers to go back-to-back into victory lane this season. He is currently running in the 6th position. Roy Fernandez, though, he stayed out 1 lap too long, he said to the crew, that he needs tires sooner. And, well, now Roy Fernandez finds himself back here running in the 6th position. He's going around his teammate right now, the owner, Doug Neal. Doug Neal down a lap currently. Peyton Johnson says, I need a seltzer, a hard seltzer. That's what I read on Twitter. Before we came live, Peyton Johnson tweeting out that he needs a seltzer and some socks. I don't know what the socks were for, but I can tell you the seltzer was to quench his thirst. Currently, he is running back here into the 8th position. Tim Combs just behind him, the brand new paint scheme to start off the year. Tribute to one of his favorite drivers, the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, the paint job is bringing him some luck so far. He's running in the 9th spot. Rounding out our top 10 after the pit cycle, it is Racing Jason Dobb, but the question is, how long will he be there? I question that because he says the car is not as good as it was in the last run. He's got the Tennessee driver behind him. 2 Tennessee drivers right now battling for that 10th position. But right now, the Nashville Strong driver of Racing Jason holds on to position number 10. That's your top 10 race break after our first green flag pit stops of the evening. This man right here, though, has fallen through the field like a box of rocks, or if you were Doug Neal, a box of something else. But right now, JT Poole back here running in the 25th position. He has lost 19 spots since the drop of the green flag, and it is all due to having a pit road penalty for JT Poole. 1 minute and 32 seconds he stayed in his pit stall. A 2-minute pit stop, though, from cone to cone is what's going to put him so far behind. So Reynolds now starting to stretch Squidward's legs. About a call and a half second gap over Michael Sturgill. Right now, Michael Sturgill holding strong, and your leaders are all just spaced out, trying to find where the best battle is on track right now, and it's right here. Zach Howell and Racing Jason, and then Stephen Pugh is coming. He's actually the faster of the 3 on the speedway right now. So Stephen Pugh is getting that draft from both those entries. The Martha White blue machine. It is a beautiful looking blue machine for Zach Howell. I even had the pleasure of Zach Howell sending me some Martha White's. I believe at this point it was blueberry muffins, if I remember right. My wife ended up getting them made for me. He said they were the best muffins he's ever had. Well, race fans, this is all I can tell you. I don't want to be the guy that tells you where to go as he looks to the inside of Racing Jason, but I can tell you that they weren't bad, but you should definitely decide that for yourself. Zach Howell gets around Racing Jason, and that's going to put Jason back here to battle with this driver. Driver out of Anderson, Texas. And Stephen Pugh looking to the inside now, and there's another one of those drivers. That is Quincy Atkins. Atkins actually is down a couple laps currently. 3 laps down to the race leader. Atkins has a hot place to go, though. Hot date, I hear. Jamie Leach is having himself a quiet night currently. He's got the Great Lakes Brewing. This driver out of Ohio calls Toledo home. Just moved into a brand new house. Just finally got the old sim rig set up today. So it's a brand new, it's still the same components. Race fans, think of it this way. Take your bicycle apart and now try to put it back together. Well, Jamie had to tear the sim rig down and put it back together. Polished it all back up, so it's quote-unquote a brand new setup, because when you take something apart, race fans, does it ever go back together the same way? I have not had luck. If you have had luck, I tip my hat to you, because every time I move the old sim rig down here, it never goes back to how it was, and I have to configure something, and it's irritating. But Jamie Leach right now having himself a solid top 15 day. The car did qualify inside the top 10, but now he's fallen back to 15th position, currently running on the speedway. Another driver that had to move over the holiday break was Peyton Johnson. He moved out of Virginia and down to drink some Kool-Aid, I believe he told me. So he's racing with a new setup. Also has new pedals on his setup. And if you're a sim racer, you know that pedals and wheels make a difference, and it takes a long time to adjust to a new setup. One driver currently down on pit road. Not sure if this is a scheduled stop, but Brandon Feeney will hit pit road here and put 4 fresh tires on. Hunter Reynolds, though, currently on a blistering pace. Right ahead of him, that's the driver out of Tamaqua, Pennsylvania, of Donald Bennett. Bennett was up into the outside wall, just a scrape on the opening lap, and now it looks like Reynolds is going to see if he can put that number 31 of Bennett a lap down. Bennett will work to the high side. Gentleman's agreement is to give the leader the lane of choice, and Hunter Reynolds took the bottom groove, and now he's going to set sail away from Donald Bennett. Bennett's going to have to look at SpongeBob now on the back end of this machine. Looks like Sturgill last couple laps has been about a 10th or so slower than Hunter Reynolds. Roy Fernandez, one of the faster machines on the speedway the last couple laps. He's worked his way back up into 5th after dropping to 7th. Closing in on the halfway point home here tonight. Halfway home, and we have not had a caution flag here tonight in the opening round of the 2021 calendar season. Hunter Reynolds just setting a blistering pace so far. Nothing really to report on up and down pit road. Everybody's been rather clean and sturdy. Only a couple drivers. Here's one driver coming to pit road early here at the halfway point. It'll be Jordan Smith. This is a little earlier than what we saw him before. He last came down on lap number 26, so he only runs, well, I guess it's right there in the ballpark. He actually came on 27, so a couple laps sooner than what he did last time. That's going to drag a couple drivers with him. Looks like Griffith, Pugh, Leach, Combs, all coming down pit road. Reynolds will also now come to pit road early. He doesn't want to give up the track position he has. He'll bring Sturgill right along with him. Cole Day will take over the race lead. Cole Day going down in turn number 1. You see how far Roy Fernandez is behind. That's your top 2 currently. Halfway home here tonight in the enhanced construction 150 here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Looks like here comes Fernandez, here comes Cole Day to pit road. Both drivers inside the top 10 in the championship standings. Looks like they're going to bring the number 2 of Jared Hagedorn. Story of Hagedorn, he had himself a hectic winter break, we'll call it here, for the holidays. The driver out of Nebraska, unfortunately, getting the COVID, so he had to battle the illness for a couple of weeks. He's back in action, though, here on the Salt Flat Racing Division, and it's good to see him in that number 2 back out onto the speedway. He'll finish 4 tires and get back right onto the racing surface. Cliff Mullins cycles through for the time being as the race leader, along with Josiah Millen, Josh Buckley, Darrell Clauder, Danny Valenzuela. Your top 5 drivers have yet to come to pit road. These drivers all waited the longest to come to pit road. It was 31 laps that Danny Valenzuela completed before he came down to pit road. We'll see if he stays out again that long. Still won't be able to make it just from one pit stop here the rest of the way. Hunter Reynolds did come back out onto the racetrack ahead of Michael Sturgill. Looks like Danny will take the 04 Rays Energy drink to the high side. Reynolds will get the bottom, so will Sturgill. They won't have to battle with the Valenzuela machine. Talking to Danny Valenzuela late last night, he's got the IROC series starting up here in, I believe it's at the end of February sometime, or in February sometime. I'd have to actually pull out the old calendar here and exactly look. But last night he had sent me all the paints for the IROC series that's coming here to the Turn 3 Racing Network in a couple weeks. Some very, very good-looking hot rods that you're going to be able to see a lot of your favorite salt flat drivers racing and competing. The IROC series always bringing some very good competition, great races. Oh, a rare mistake here by the number 28 of Hunter Reynolds. Gonna let Michael Sturgill get to the inside. This will be the battle for the race lead. And it will be Michael Sturgill. Did he get credited with the lap led? I'm looking at it, and he will get credited with the 55th lap of the night here as the race leader. So it's a bonus point for Michael Sturgill, and he needs that. He fell to 5th in the championship standings back at the Dover International Raceway. As just out ahead of your race leaders, that is the number 40 of Josiah Millen. Hunter Reynolds trying to use the draft from the number 40 of Millen there down the front straightaway, but Millen's going to go high. Your leaders will go low. That's also the 83 of Brandon Feeney out in front of Michael Sturgill there. There comes Cliff Mullins back out onto the raceway. Going to have to be 3 wide down here into the corner. Reynolds going to have to be sturdy on the wheel, and he does. He shoots the gap, and he gets right on through that 3 wide situation. So it's still Sturgill and Reynolds out front here at Texas. Jordan Smith a little bit farther back, about a little over a second and a half back from the front 2 drivers. He runs currently 3rd. Then it's Cole Day, Roy Fernandez, your top 5 drivers. 6th still is Danny Valenzuela. He has still yet to come to pit road. He's going to try and keep on ticking the Rays Energy voodoo-flavored entry tonight as far as he can go. Another one of those beautiful paint jobs out of the Brownlee Design Stables. Last time Danny came to pit road was on lap number 31, so he is definitely trying to go as far as he can here tonight on a tank of fuel with the tires that are on his Camry. No pit road penalties per se that time, but it does look like JT Poole stayed a little bit longer in his pit box to try and get a little bit of the damage fixed on the Marlin Motorsports number 21, so he'll fall back to the 23rd position. At one point, he was all the way as far down as 27th on the standings. Looks like Doyle Lowrance has pulled the number 7 Racing Jobs entry behind the wall here tonight, so the driver out of Spring, Texas will call it a night. He will be credited with a 27th place finish. These two stuck together like peanut butter and jelly. Reynolds just can't find a way back around. That's the 76 of Mullins right there. He's going to dive down to the bottom. He's going to get around the 28 of Hunter Reynolds as he does have the fresher tires. Danny Valenzuela finally coming to pit road in that 04 entry. So right now the lap down car of Mullins trying to get a lap back here. That would put him back onto the lead lap. as he will now finally get to the inside here of Michael Sturgill. Sturgill going to try and slam the door shut. Here comes Hunter Reynolds. Reynolds did have the inside, but oh boy, the nose was just taken off. I don't know if Squidward even has a nose anymore left on the 28. Oh boy, that was close there for your race leaders. As Josiah Millen's going to look to the inside here now to try and get around your race leaders and get back on the lead lap. He does have the fresher tires compared to your front two. Reynolds knows the situation. He's actually going to move up the speedway. He lets Millen get on by. Now we're going to see how Millen gets around the number 90 here with Michael Sturgill. One thing you never want to do is interfere with the race leaders, as Millen's trying to get around them as quick as he can and set sail with those fresh tires. Millen will work the inside here, and now this time Michael Sturgill is actually going to have to concede the position, as Hunter Reynolds had too much of a run coming down the back straightaway. So that will be Hunter Reynolds now going back to the point here. Power move there by Hunter Reynolds to get back the race lead. So it is Reynolds, then Sturgill, your top two drivers now. That gives us 17 drivers, as Josiah Millen was the final driver. Pat Mejia, I'm being told, is coming to pit road. There is the Team Evo number 46 entry. He'll go a lap down to the race leaders, though. He was inside the top 10. He was running 10th at the time that he came to pit road. Stephen Pugh just lost that position to the 01 of Cody Sleeper. Cody Sleeper winning that strategy race back at Dover. Only led 4 laps, and it was the 4 laps that counted. Late race yellow at Dover put him in that position to get around his teammates. They all restarted 1, 2, and 3. Doug Neal was up there, and those 2 tires for Doug Neal just did not hold on to the 4 tires that were all behind him. There's the gap now, though. Hunter Reynolds has started to open it up over Michael Sturgill. Here's Sturgill in and out of the throttle. Danny Valenzuela going to take the outside routine around. This time by will complete lap number 68 for Hunter Reynolds and the crew. Jordan Smith still hanging on to just about a little over 2-second gap from the race leaders. And they have, call it about another 1.5 seconds back till you find that man there on the 99 of Cole Day. He runs 4th. Fernandez still trying to work his way back up through the field. He's back to running 5th, and he just has not been able to make a dent or any kind of hole there trying to catch Cole Day, who's out there running 4th. Cliff Mullins, remember, he was a lap down at one point, then got himself a lap back, and he is now just past the number 13 of Jamie Leach and Stephen Pugh. So Cliff has a pretty strong Solid Rock Carriers entry here tonight. Nelson's by auto also on the number 76 on a week-in and week-out basis. So taking a peek, he came down at 55. He'll have to pit again here in the next, call it, I'm going to say 20 laps or so. He'll have to come to pit road. Probably less than that, probably 15. He'll probably cut it in half here the rest of the way. 30 laps to go. There's the race lead. Brandon Feeney to pit road. Quincy Atkins to pit road here with 30 laps to go. I think you realistically want to make your pit stop here probably with about 26 to go, 27 to go, and then go for the gusto. Question being, which one of these drivers here in the front two will jump first? I think that's what everybody's going to look at. Randy Johnson, Peyton Johnson, The Johnson & Johnson crew coming to pit road. It won't be Hunter Reynolds this time, and it will not be Sturgill or Smith coming to pit road. Your top three, I think right now, are your solid top three, unless something were to happen here tonight. Fernandez will come to pit road, though. He'll take the 6 to pit road. He'll be the first one inside the top 5 to jump off the ship. Just seeing who is where, who's going to jump first. It looks like these two, once again, they will just keep on ticking. They don't want tires yet, but it will come down. Jordan Smith's going to dive off the pit road, and oh, here comes Cole Day. Hard into pit road for Cole Day. He's going to make up a lot of ground on Jordan Smith. He came in behind Jordan Smith by about, call it, a little over a second and a half. He closed that gap up real quick. It's now only a little under a second. Here comes Reynolds. Here comes Sturgill. The battle on the pit road. There is the number 21 Marlin Motorsports entry. Oh, Sturgill's going to lock him up. Sturgill just had to lock him up coming to pit road to not run over the Marlin Motorsports. Number 21. Hunter Reynolds just in the wrong position, stuck to the outside groove there. Hunter Reynolds will get into his pit stall, but Michael Sturgill got to his first. It will be a battle off of pit road. This will decide who's going to win here tonight at Texas. Who gets off of pit road first? Right sides are done on both teams. The jack drops for the 90. The jack drops for the number 28. It will be the 28 of Hunter Reynolds winning the battle off of pit road, but they do have that lap machine, the number 21, out in front of them of JT Poole. Reynolds holds strong. He did not lose the race lead under that exchange, and actually he is going to gain momentum. He is going to open up the lead, and there goes Jordan Smith. He's going to pass Michael Sturgill down the back straightaway. Here comes Cole Day also. Sturgill not having a great pit stop there. His crew lacklustering on the money stop. And now Jordan Smith right to the back of the number 28 of Hunter Reynolds with 25 laps to go. It is still going to be a 4-horse race here at the end of this one. It's Reynolds, it's Smith, it's Day, and Sturgill. Sturgill should be able to hold on to the draft there, and it should pull him back to Cole Day. And Cole Day right now does still have the draft of the number 24 of Jordan Smith. Sturgill having to get around the number 13 of Jamie Leach there, and oh boy, look at this scruff. Oh, 3 wide, and oh, your leader backs out of it. 3 wide, and Hunter Reynolds backed out of it. He didn't want to go into turn number 1, 3 wide. JT Poole's going to go high. Now they're going to go 3 wide as Jordan Smith is in the middle. Reynolds is down on the inside. They go 2 wide down the back straightaway, side by side for the race lead into turn number 3. As it's not going to work, as oh, the 31 of Donald Bennett was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Reynolds had the lift. Now here comes Cole Day. Here comes the 90 of Michael Sturgill. Sturgill thinking about going 3 wide, and he will make it 3 wide into turn number 1. Cole Day lifts out of it. He's going to try and diamond off the corner just a little bit. Hard racing here with under 25 laps to go for the win. Jordan Smith clears a couple of the lap cars. Pat Mejia down to the inside. He wants nothing to do with this. Hunter Reynolds going to have to go to the inside here. Stephen Pugh. Oh, contact. Pugh's going to go around in the tri-oval. Stephen Pugh goes around, and the caution flag will come out. Your race leaders were trying to dive through lap traffic, and unfortunately nowhere to go. Maybe a little neck code there for the 28 and the 56 of Stephen Pugh. That'll bring out the first caution of the calendar year here with 22 laps to go. Everything, race fans, that you just thought was going to happen at the end of this race, throw it away. Forget it. It's not going to happen. Well, let's watch it back. Reynolds down to the inside there. He had the run coming on the 56 of Stephen Pugh. Pugh down through the grass and comes back out onto the track. Pat Mejia actually getting a little piece of the wall there then. Looks like the 56 comes down just a tad on the number 28 there of Reynolds, and Neither driver going to actually get any damage from that. Pat Mayhee is probably the actual one who's going to get the worst end of the stick. Right off the nose of Squidward there. Spins around. Randy Johnson's going to take the opportunity here. He'll bring the big unit to pit road. He'll make a couple drivers think about that, and they come with him. Combs, Valenzuela, Neal, and Racing Jason also coming to pit road. Your race leaders, though, they stay out. Jamie Leach is going to be the lucky dog recipient. He'll take Bromley Designs Great Lake Brewing entry back around. So it is Jordan Smith, Michael Sturgill, Hunter Reynolds, Cole Day, Nathan Maurer, Peyton Johnson, Zach Howe, Cody Sleeper, Cliff Mullins, your top 9. Everybody else behind them came to pit road. They will put 4 tires on and see if they can make it back through. It looks like it'll be Randy Johnson that comes out of pit road, so he'll take the 10th position. First caution flag of the season coming out. And while we're under that, we will be under that 20 to go marker. Race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the SimBox Cup Series here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Enhanced Construction 150. We hope you all had a great holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you all stayed safe and are all healthy watching us from wherever you are. Nicholas Bieber, we see you out there, and we're sorry you broke down in Pennsylvania, and we hope you get back out onto the road soon. Until then, enjoy the great state of Pennsylvania, where it is our home, our headquarters for the Turn 3 Racing Network right here. Well, looks like the caution lights will stay on. And as the caution lights stay on, we will break away, and we'll be back here at Texas. Welcome back here to Texas, race fans. We're still working under our first caution flag of the season, as it is still Jordan Smith. He did not come to pit road. It should be the lights on the pace truck this time by that do go out, so we should be able to get back to the green flag racing. We will take a look, though. It was Jamie Leach, though, who did get the lucky dog wave around, so he will come back around here. He did not pit, though. So the last time he was down on pit road was lap number 74, so he still has a set of tires left. I'm calculating it out. All the drivers from 10th on back, Randy Johnson, Doug Neal, Griffith, Valenzuela, Mullins, they all just came down pit road. They slapped 4 sets of tires on, or their 4th set of tires on their machine. I don't believe they have any more left. Jamie Leach saving that in case of late race caution, and he can put them on. Your top 9, though, Combs, Sleeper, Howell, Johnson, Maurer, Day, Reynolds, Sturgill, and Smith, your race leader. They all are still on that 3rd set of tires. They are keeping them in their back pocket in case a late race shootout were to happen here in Texas, and we know how things happen in Texas. Sometimes things, well, you know what? Just everything's bigger in Texas. I hope you guys are ready for this one. Only 2 retirees out of the race here. Cody Levitt has called it a night along with Doyle Lowrance. Lowrance was up into the outside wall about the halfway point home tonight, and he called it quits. So that still leaves currently 26 drivers on the speedway here. It'll be 17 laps to go. come back in here into the Thomas E-Step Foundation restart zone, and we will see who will get the better shove here. Will it be the 24, the 28 on the inside row, or will it be the 90s? The 90 and the 99 on the outside. Watch the wheel spin, and a great start there by your front three, as it will be the 24, Jordan Smith, crossing the line first, so a great restart by him. A great restart by Hunter Reynolds. Michael Sturgill will fall to the third position. Here comes Nathan Maurer and his SimBox entry out of nowhere. Cole Day has a little bit of a connection issue. He has disappeared off our timing and scoring screen. There he comes. He does now show back up. 24 of Jordan Smith will come back. He will complete the first lap back to green as he holds the inside advantage. Michael Sturgill going to try the outside way around the number 28 of Reynolds here in turn number 1. The track is wide enough. Will he be able to have the run, though, coming down the back straightaway? Got a great turn 1, great turn 2. Let's see what he does down the back straightaway. Noses ahead down into turn number 3. Just can he keep the momentum up this time? We haven't seen anything happen on the outside of turn number 3 and 4. Still won't be any grip out there. He'll have to fall back running into P number 3. Cole Day, though, has his hands full. There's Martha White, Zach Howell, and Nathan Maurer. All these guys battling just inside the top 5. That's 4th, 5th, and 6th underneath the blanket with Tim Combs and Randy Johnson back there. Remember, Johnson did come to pit road to take on those tires, and he has picked up a couple positions so far, though there's still 14 laps to go when they hit the line this time. Battle for the race lead still rages on. As Reynolds going to go up the track. Here comes Sturgill right to the back bumper of Jordan Smith. Right on the quarter panel. Sturgill holds her wide open, trying to get to the outside. Not going to happen. He's going to have to duck back in line. He still has the time, because where's the 28? There's Squidward. Squidward looking to the inside. Going to give a little bump to Sturgill in the tri-oval. He'll lift but hold the bottom of the raceway. But now here comes when he did that. Look, there comes Cole Day now. Cole Day working the outside, as it'll be Smith, Sturgill, Reynolds, Day, Maurer, Combs. Your top 6 drivers right here in this front little breakaway. I say breakaway when really there's not much gap, maybe 4 or 5 car lengths between Combs and Howell, separating the 6th and 7th position. Jordan Smith still holding the top spot. Michael Sturgill, though, hungry. Hungry like a wolf. Smith has yet to win a race this season. Would like to put his name amongst those 5 drivers that have won. But it's 11 to go. 11 laps of racing to go. Maurer looking to the inside here, the number 88 of Combs. Combs going to hold the position. Randy Johnson, though, we talked about him coming to pit road. He's only picked up a handful of spots. Racing Jason right there also. 615 strong area code for the Nashville area, being represented on the Tennessee drivers' sides. As here comes Hunter Reynolds back to the inside of Michael Sturgill down the back straightaway. These two keep battling. It's exactly what Jordan Smith wants to see. As we missed it, but Tim Combs actually came down to pit road on lap number 80 and put 4 fresh tires on the Budweiser 88. And he is starting to make some hay, now up to 4th. Will he be able to pass the guys that are ahead of him? The tires mean that much to the race cars tonight. Combs is there now, but what can he do with it? Sturgill will hold the bottom of the speedway because it'll be 8 laps to go at the line. Jordan Smith has opened up about a 2-car length gap, 3-car length gap just about over Hunter Reynolds, but that should dissipate as it looks like Tim Combs trying to find some fresh air. Oh, Cole Day going to go up into the outside wall. Cole Day hits the outside wall. Nathan Maurer has to go to the inside. He'll take the position. Oh, contact Randy Johnson. Cole Day going to slam the outside wall. Roy Fernandez nowhere to go. Believe that was the 31 of Donald Bennett that just came in there and finished off the 99 of Cole Day. And there's Bennett's number 31 sitting there without a front nose clip. So that'll throw us to possibly a green-white checker attempt here when we get that far, but let's go back and see if we can find some angles here. There comes the 12 of Johnson. He throws it in there, makes the contact with Cole Day. Cole Day tries to lock him up, and when he does, Roy Fernandez, Danny Valenzuela get involved, and then Cole Day sitting there like a duck on a pond, easy for the hunter. Hard contact there for Cole Day. Right on board here with Cole Day. Had no idea it was coming. Yikes. Let's go on board here. Right on board with Valenzuela. Tries to back her down and go to the inside, and Fernandez was slow also as he was trying to work his way around the incident. Nowhere for all these drivers to go. They all came barreling into that incident down here in the corner. See what our nose camera catches off the 31. Hard. So Jordan Smith still the race leader, and he did not come to pit road. He's shutting it off, trying to save as much fuel as he can. He's the race leader. He'll have Tim Combs to the outside with Nathan Maurer. Then it's Randy Johnson, Racing Jason, Cody Sleeper, Cliff Mullins, Doug Neal, Hunter Reynolds back to 9th as he came to pit road, and so did Michael Sturgill. A couple drivers coming to pit road there. They were laps down. That's Buckley, Mejia, and Feeney coming to pit road. Fernandez also down on pit road. So this is about to get interesting. So it's 5 to go now. It should be a green-white checker attempt without taking away one of our green-white checkers. A lot of drivers down on pit road. Right there you see one of them. That's the 6, the number 6 of Roy Fernandez. He's got damage. He's down there. Pat Mejia in the Team Evo, number 46. He's got a bunch of damage. Donald Bennett also sitting down there. His car looks like a crinkled up beer can. It's not what you want to see here in Texas. Yes, they say everything's bigger in Texas, and that was the big one here tonight. So brand new rubber, though, from this man on back. The 28 of Reynolds, Sturgill, Howe, Johnson, Leach, Valenzuela, and Millen. Valenzuela, though, remember, he was involved in this. The question is how much damage is done to that 04 Raze Energy drink. You see the right front is crinkled up like the Raze Energy drink can. Which reminds me, I gotta order some more Raze Energy. So you know what? I'm going to head on over to repsports.com, and on my checkout, I'm going to type in UTWRX, and that will actually get me. I'm doing it right now, race fans. I'm telling you, I'm doing it right now. 15% off your purchase at Rep Sports for Raze Energy drinks. So head on over there today and get your Raze Energy, because I'm doing it right now. But it looks like the pace truck lights are off, so it will be a 3-lap shootout. A lot of fast drivers will have 3 laps to come back through the field here tonight. Smith, Combs, Mauer, Johnson, your first 2 rows. Waiting on the iRacing pace truck to dive in before we come back into the Thomas Estep Foundation restart zone. It'll be 3 laps to go. Smith and Combs on the front row. Combs has the fresher tires, and it's Johnson and Mauer in row number 2. Smith trying to hold them back, The green flag going to come out, and Combs sitting like a duck. Here comes Randy Johnson. Now Combs actually got a huge shove there by Randy Johnson, and he'll try to go down to the bottom. Mauer down on the bottom, and he's going to get squeezed by the 88 of Combs. We stay green down into turn number 1. They are all jockeying for position. Jordan Smith got a huge lead, though. Will anybody be able to run him back down? He has about a half-second lead, just like that, in lap number 1, going down into turn number 3. It'll be 2 laps to go. The popsicle sticks this time by will go in the air here at Texas. 2 laps to go here. Jordan Smith out front. Where is Michael Sturgill? There he is. He's coming through the field. Sturgill is up to running now in the 6th position. He's trying to get around Dobbs. Dobbs loses the inside ground. Sturgill going to go to the outside. They're going to make contact. They're going to crash him on the back straightaway. Huge pile up on the back straightaway. Going to take a handful of drivers, it looks like. Fernandez, Clauder, Leach, Griffith, House, Sturgill, Johnson, Sleeper, all involved here. That's going to be a mess to go through. We'll have to rewind the tape on this one and see who got what. Once the truck tells us they have it queued up. They tell me they have it. Let's see if they do. There's the 90 to the outside of Dobbs. Dobbs up there. Johnson there. Cody Sleeper, nowhere to go. There's Zach Howell in the number 85. And just look at everybody. Doug Neal involved. It looks like the youngster JT Poole involved. Right on board here with the 90 of Sturgill. Not the way he wanted to end his night here. One of the fastest cars on the track. Look at that 0-1, Cody Sleeper. There you see Sturgill was sideways, makes the contact with Dobbs, and hard impact there for Sleeper and Peyton Johnson to the inside wall. Two Tennessee drivers coming to stop together. For Zach Howe, Jamie Leach was involved. So a slew of drivers. Darrell Clauder comes to a complete stop up against the wall there. He didn't want any part of it. So this will officially take us into overtime here tonight. And I'm assuming nobody has tires left, and especially with a shootout, nobody will be coming to pit road. So it'll be Jordan Smith, Tim Combs, Nate Mauer, Randy Johnson, Hunter Reynolds, your top 5 drivers. Sixth is Cliff Mullins, and it's Doug Neal. Michael Sturgill does stay out here on track. There you see him with the number 90. He's getting repositioned by our officials tonight. Looks like he's scheduled to restart possibly into the 8th position. Knight should be Millen, and then Jamie Leach should be our 10th starting spot car. We do get 2 green-white checker attempts here on a Tuesday night, I believe, if my notes do tell me correctly. So this is green-white checker attempt number 1. Hunter Reynolds has moved back into the 5th position. Remember, Hunter Reynolds led over half this race here tonight with Squidward on board. And we're not done yet. And I'm looking at it. He's going to restart 3rd row inside. And he has the nicest tires. I say the nicest as he pitted on 94. Everybody else, 73 for your race leader, Jordan Smith. 80 for Tim Combs. 74 for Nate Maurer. Something happened to Cody Sleeper that he's back in pit road. Pace truck lights go off, so we will re-rack them here tonight. Green-white checker attempt number 1 will be coming at us. We ran over half this race with no caution flags, and then it came inside the last 20 laps, and the caution flag flew. This is our 3rd caution flag here of the night. Who will end up winning the race here at Texas, the first race of the 2020 calendar year? Will it be the young man of Jordan Smith? Will it be Tim Combs? What about Nate Maurer? What about the big brown truck of Randy Johnson? What about the dark horse out there? The 76 of Cliff Mullins? What about the man who's moved up 18 spots tonight, Josiah Millen, running in 8th right now? It is anybody's ball game from this point forward. iRacing Pace Truck will make that left-hand turn here, and it will get out of the way. Lights come back on. We will go back around. Somebody's not in the correct lineup position. Taking a look, and I was being told the 90 of Sturgill was not in the correct running position coming into 3, so we will go back around. Now the lights go back out. We'll try it once again. Wonder which one of these drivers are dialing in the brake bias on their SimBox right now. Because race fans, you need to have a SimBox on your iRacing setup. Head on over to Facebook.com, type in SimBox PC, and contact Doug Neal today. Talking about Doug Neal, he'll actually restart in the 7th position. See him right there, the white machine, no hood on the SimBox, number 77. But it's all about the drivers on these first 2 rows. How good of a start will they get? That will determine how we finish this one off. This time, out of turn 4, the iRacing Pace Truck will make the left-hand turn. We will come into the Thomas E. Step Foundation restart zone. Looks like no games played this time. The green flag comes out. 2 laps to go. Green, white, checkered. Oh, one of them going around towards the mid-pack. It looks like it's Pat Mejia. He should be off the raceway, so he should stay green. Here comes Maurer. Maurer going to look to the inside down the back straightaway. He's bringing Hunter Reynolds along with him. Maurer's going to get to the inside of Jordan Smith. It'll be a drag race to the start-finish line, and it will be 1 lap to go, presented by SimSpeed Shop. 1 lap to go, and for the first time here tonight, Nate Maurer is the race leader. Oh, he's going to get a little bit loose there, and here comes Hunter Reynolds. Reynolds has the fresh tires. He has the inside lane. Drag race 3 wide on the final lap here at Texas. Here comes now the 88 of Combs. Jordan Smith going to lose all momentum. Combs going to come to the inside. It will be Hunter Reynolds coming out of turn 4. Reynolds will win it here at Texas. And Combs going to come home. P number 2. Nate Maurer misses out by literally your pinky, if even that, at the start-finish line. Jordan Smith restarts as the leader and falls to 4th. Cliff Mullins finishes in the 5th position. Josiah Millen rounds out our 6th spot. Then it is the big unit in 7th, Zach Hell in 8th, Michael Sturgill in 9th, and Racing Jason rounds out the top 10. Take a look at the left-hand side of your screen. Those are your unofficial results here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway, as that is your race winner. Hunter Reynolds and Squidward battles back to take this one tonight. He'll celebrate a little bit for all of you race fans here on the front straightaway. Looks like Patrick's a little terrified of this one. So as he celebrates, we'll step away for just a quick moment, and we will get to your post-race show. Welcome back here, race fans, to your DraftTop.com post-race show here at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Enhanced Construction 150 here tonight for the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing, as we are back here, and boy, is it a crazy race that we just finished up. We do have your top finishers here tonight to talk to in just a couple of seconds. We will see which one of these drivers tonight wants to spill the beans on what just happened out there. But let's first go down to Victory Lane and talk to the young man out of Florida. Let's talk to Hunter Reynolds. He is our winner here tonight. Reynolds, you won a tough one out there. It wasn't just handed to you, but you come away tonight as the first winner in the 2021 calendar year.
Yes, sir. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, this race was tough. We had a fast Ford Mustang here. We brought it out, set it on pole, and these guys were tough. I was racing with a Sturgill and I think a 24 car. I forget his name. I'm so sorry, but yeah, tough race. And that last call there, the last caution I think is at lap 90. Came in and took tires, and I was like, you know, I'm not really feeling this. And Michael was like, oh, dude, we'll be fine, don't worry. And then we started back 8th. Unfortunate for him, he got taken out. But yeah, this was an awesome race. I'm so glad we could get it done here.
Did you think when that final restart came, though, that you had enough time to get back to the front here to snag this win, where you had led over half the laps at that point?
I was honestly questioning it. I knew those guys had really old tires, and the tire fall off here is pretty significant. My plan there was just be patient, and I knew they were going to drive it in hard going into turn 1 on the last lap, so I just kept it low, and we were able to stick our nose in there. But it was definitely questionable, especially lap 90 when I was starting like P8, I think, and everybody else had old tires in front of me.
Well, tonight you will now become officially the first repeat winner this season in the SimBox Cup Series. That's got to feel pretty good, and you bring back the old nose on the Mustang here. Bringing back that
yes,
paint
sir.
job there from, I believe, what was that, Daytona?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I ran the Squidward car. I think it was the Daytona Duel, so the first race, and then every race after that I've heard you call me Squidward, so I was like, you know, might as well bring it back so no one gets confused. But yeah, I like the new paint scheme I got on this ride, and looks like it did me pretty good.
Well, what does you pretty good is you park it in victory lane the first time out. Who makes it all possible for you as we roll the red carpet out here tonight and hand you that microphone?
Yes, sir. Thanks to all the league admins, everyone that puts us on, Turn 3 Racing Network, you in the booth, Roger. Special thanks to all my family and friends watching, and I'd like to thank everybody else watching too. We appreciate y'all.
Well, there you hear it from the man who parks it in victory lane here tonight. It is Hunter Reynolds. He will be the first repeat winner this season in the SimBox Cup Series, coming home second, and it was a very well-deserved second-place finish. It is the driver out of Ohio, Tim Combs. Tim, it's the first time on the podium this season, but it almost was a victory here tonight at Texas.
Yeah, we came close. Got second. Luckily, Nate there ran me clean at the end, and took that strategy at the end to pit with about 20 to go, and it worked out well.
It looks like you had a hot rod there at the end. That strategy worked out with a couple of those guys. Did you think, though, you were going to have a chance at the win when that caution came out with about, say, 15 laps to go?
I was feeling pretty good, knowing that those guys were going to pit and I was going to be up front, and I had definitely the fresher tires, so I just kind of stuck it out there, and we were looking pretty good, and then that last caution came out.
And a caution came out, it bunched everybody back up, but it still gave you a chance. That one restart there, though, was a little, I gotta say the games were played on that first green-white checker attempt. What was going through your mind at that point?
Well, I was kind of frustrated because I held my speed and he backed off. Luckily I got going and it was looking like it was going to be a pretty good run there at the end, and I probably could have caught back up to him, being that I had probably 7 laps fresher tires. So I was feeling excited, and like I said, the caution came back out with about 4 to go or 3 to go, and that kind of just hurt my chances. And obviously Hunter had the better car all day.
Well, he had a fast hot rod. He wins tonight, but you come home in a strong second place. You just nosed out Nate Maurer there at the line. Who do you got to thank here tonight? Who's on the car?
I'd like to thank you for the broadcast, all the admins, obviously my teammates, Michael, Daryl, and Greg. Greg wasn't here, but, they all make it happen. I obviously kind of follow Michael. He's pretty good at this stuff. So, yeah, that's all I have to thank.
Well, there you hear it. Short, sweet, and to the point for Tim Combs. He finishes in your P2 position. The driver coming home third, just shot out of nowhere, came out of nowhere. Maurer, where did you come from? And how the heck did you hold on to finish third?
Just gambled there when some people came in for 4 tires, and I just chose to stay out. I seen a couple guys behind me were going to stay out, so I was hoping they were going to be a little bit of a roadblock for guys like Hunter Reynolds and some of the other guys back there behind me on fresh tires, and I just coughed it up there at the end and turn 2. I knew I wasn't going to be able to stick it in going in there on the last lap because I had old tires, but it reminded me of 2019 Chili Bowl when Larson coughed up the bottom going to turn 3 on the last lap and gave up to Christopher Bell.
Ah, the old famous cough. Yeah, we all remember that one. But don't worry, he parked it in victory lane the next year when he went back to the Chili Bowl, if you remember that one too. I was there. I saw that from turn 1. So now, you may have coughed this one up, but next week you get to do it again. You're going to go to a course that maybe you're a little unfamiliar with. We will head to the Daytona Road Course for the first time. You think you can repeat a podium there?
You got a better chance of seeing pigs fly. There's no way. I'm a terrible road course racer.
Well, between Lancaster and Kutztown, I think we might be able to try and make some of those pigs fly. I mean, there's plenty of those pig farms between the two of us. Maybe we can make some bacon out of them.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan, but tonight you come home P3. Who do you got to thank tonight on the side of the SimBox entry?
First off, I'd like to give a shout out to all my teammates, Cody, Roy, and Doug. They were all complaining that I didn't make any practice races, all making fun of me, and Roy, this one's for you. I'm glad you got that speeding ticket for talking all that smack on me in the beginning of the race. And big shout out to my best iRacing buddy, Doug Neal. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. All the guys that run this league here, Donald and Michael Bromley, I know he's not here with us, and wish the best to him overseas, and you up there broadcasting, the best one there is in the booth.
There you hear it from Nate Maurer. He finishes third tonight. The driver out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He rallies back for a third place finish. Just missed it by literally, like I said, race fans, the pinky is what gave him third position. Tim Combs being able to squeak it out there for the win. So, for second, Hunter Reynolds came back to squeak it out at the end there for a win. So congratulations to Hunter Reynolds as being the first winner of the 2020 calendar year. Watch it back here if you want, race fans. This is the final lap here tonight. Watch it in slow-mo to see the great wheel work by Hunter Reynolds and Nate Maurer to hang on to their top 3 positions, and Tim Combs will come screaming into the picture here in just a couple of moments. But what a great way to open up the 2021 calendar season here for the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing. Texas always packs a punch. They say everything is bigger in Texas. Well, the racing also becomes bigger when we come to the Texas Motor Speedway, and it proved that here tonight. Just next week, though, we will head to the Daytona International Raceway. Well, yes, we're going to Daytona, race fans, but we are not going to Daytona to run on the Super Speedway. We are going to run for the first time ever. We will be making the left hands and the right hand turns of the Daytona road course. These drivers are very green to road course racing. These drivers have never seen the Daytona road course in the Cup cars. Some of these drivers have competed in the 24 hours of Daytona here on iRacing.com, but I'm going to say that is a very slim number. So we will find out next Tuesday night who will be able to go into victory lane for the first time at a road course this season and the first time ever at Daytona. Race fans, we thank you all for tuning in here tonight. For everybody at Salt Flat Racing, for everybody over at SimBox, and of course our friends over at Enhanced Construction, we'd like to thank you for watching this race here tonight at Texas, and we hope to see you at the next one when we head to Daytona